Okay. Well, I'm gonna get us started off here because I got
All
something
right.
that's actually in your guys' neck of the woods here. Uh, so headline right here. Okay. Sheriff claims mayor may be behind sex toy drone attack against him. This is in Albuquerque.
This is great.
So let me run this down. Let me run this down. Okay. During a campaign event on Tuesday night, okay, a drone that had a dangling rainbow colored dildo, okay, went to the speech that this guy was having, okay? And it says here the man who tried to save the drone from capture was arrested after he allegedly assaulted the sheriff and some staff. Okay, now they have the guy in custody that did it, right? But the sheriff comes out and he says, no, there was people planted there. You know, it was a distraction, all this and that. I think the mayor did it. So what I'm wondering is this mayor just like sitting in his backyard with a remote control on a Sunday, just fucking driving around rainbow colored dildos?
Hey, what else are you gonna do in your free time?
That's true.
That's a great story, and I'm kind of jealous that I didn't do it.
Dude, it's fucked up. I literally, okay, so confession time. Did you guys, okay, so I had this certain teacher that I won't name on here. I had this certain teacher in high school, and this certain teacher used to read us weird stories, okay? That came up around the town. Usually everything happened in Florida because Florida, but you know, they were like the funnest things ever. Like I loved that class just because of that, and that's kind of where I got this format from. The funny part is it's from that website he used.
Nice.
It's awesome, but dude, this guy. Okay, I'm giving a speech. Okay, I want you to picture this. I'm giving a speech. You know, I'm up there like, hey. I'm saving this town. We're gonna be here. Rainbow colored dildo slapped in the face. At that point, what do you do?
You go backstage. You're done. You're done for the night.
You just bow out.
Yeah. You don't bow. You're embarrassed.
You're embarrassed. Oh, so it's just you just kind of look around and just be like, all right, just leave.
Yeah. See ya.
Now,
Thanks
Solomon, the only reason you're here is because I want to know what it's like to be slapped with a rainbow colored dildo, and we know you have that firsthand experience.
Yeah.
It's very difficult.
Like with the aftermath.
Coming to realize that you just got slapped with the pink rainbow dildo.
A pink rainbow. Yeah.
Okay, so that was just a fun one. I just wanted to throw out there because I thought it was funny.
Wait, I just want to say that teacher you're talking about, best teacher ever. Best teacher ever.
You know. We know. He knows. Anyways. Okay, so that was the funny one for the day. We're going to go dark. We're going opposite direction here. Okay?
Oh, shit.
So, I'm going history class up in this bitch. Benjamin Franklin.
Love that guy.
Okay?
He's
Benjamin
awesome.
Franklin. Awesome dude, right? He's like, yeah, I'm Benny F, motherfucker. Like that. He's that kind of guy.
That's true.
Anyways,
That's true.
So, you know, he died.
He's gone.
Yeah, because it was a long time ago. Anyways, so they I guess they were like renovating the house or something like that where he used to live, right? And in the basement they found 1,200 pieces of bone from 15 people.
Oh.
Well, I don't know about you, Solomon, but I wasn't expecting that. So
so
go on.
Okay, so because I'm reading this here kind of for the first time as well. They're thinking, right, that it was more of a serial killer kind of situation, right, for experimentation because anatomy was so young back then. They were thinking that this Benjamin Franklin would just kidnap motherfuckers to like just find out about what's in the body and then just bury them in his basement.
Now, do we have confirmation that it's from that time period?
Not that I can see.
Okay.
Let's see here.
I'm just gonna go ahead and say that it's not.
Okay, so here we go. The most plausible explanation is not mass murder, but an anatomy school run by Benjamin Franklin's young friend and protege, William Hewson.
So it's most likely from that time period.
That's what they're, yeah, I guess that's what they're insinuating. Insinuating, that's word right there.
Insinuating, that's the word of the video. So that's kind of fucked up.
That's the thing. That's the crazy part is because we always look like myself personally. I look back in history and look at the presidents, and I'm like one of those guys where it's like, man, if only we had a president from back then, right? Because they were just like prideful and all about America, and then they just have 15 bodies in their basement, and you don't know how to feel about yourself. And you can't
really explain it. I mean, you can explain it's an anatomy school. That's what they said. Or like he was teaching or learning.
They need Sam and Dean.
That's still weird. Yeah.
They assault and burn those bodies.
Yeah, we need it. That's not. See, now my thought of Benjamin Franklin is a little bit lower now.
Tier list.
And I don't like that for you.
So something that just popped in my head for some random reason. You guys ever see that fucking video? And it's probably 100% fake, but it looked fucking cool when I saw it. Did you ever see that video of basically the Hogwarts castle in the clouds?
I think so.
I don't think I did.
I'm not 100% certain.
So this is what I'm thinking, right? What if, and this probably has nothing to do with the Hogwarts thing, but I'm just fucking, there's a million things going in my mind right now because I started looking all this shit up and I got all infused and shit. What if, right, you see the shapes in the clouds, right? Because it's just like it's like not like a glitch in the Matrix, but like something trying to tell you something.
So you're thinking like there's something way bigger.
Yes, exactly. For instance, right, I remember when I was a kid and I was in the car and mom would always like joke with me, right? And she'd always, oh, look, there goes the flying pink elephant, right? She'd always say that. There goes the flying pink elephant, right? And the other day I was telling Kay that story and we looked up and there was a fucking elephant cloud in the sky.
Okay, you know what? I don't know why I just thought of this, but sing something. So you just said, you know, you were just talking about it and then you look up elephant. So last night after we got off, you know, beautiful stream. It was a great stream last night.
Be there, twitch.tv/PhilsLegit.
Plug. I went to go use the bathroom.
Naturally.
Naturally, right? And I'm home alone.
That's weird.
And it was like 3 a.m.
That's the witching hour.
I don't sleep. Exactly, that's what I'm thinking. So my mind's like, all right, I'm gonna go use the bathroom. Then I'm gonna get snatched up by the devil. That's just what I'm. You know,
that
natural,
is see, that's the thing because I know where your room is and I know where the bathroom is, and it's just there. It's out and to the right. It's out and to the right, right? But that like the 2 feet in between is the quickest turn in your life.
Yeah. And like I've done the experiments. You don't even have to step into the hallway to step into the bathroom.
You just step in.
Yeah. You can literally just like crawl around the corner and just step in. That's how close it is. And then I'm like, all right, so it's gonna come out of my bedroom because I'm in my gaming room right now. It's gonna come out of my bedroom and drag me into the living room and eat my body. That's where it's gonna happen. So those thoughts are going in my mind. And I look into the bathroom. I don't know if you guys like pass a hallway every now and then and it's dark and you know it's dark, but you still like look into the darkness.
Oh yes.
Yes.
You have
and
to.
It's like that thing where everyone says don't look down and you just go.
Yeah, exactly. You have to look down. You're telling your brain not to look in the dark hallway.
Yep.
You look in the dark hallway.
Yep. Dude, I do that with windows. Like I'll make my rounds around the house, right, to make sure everything's chilling. And I always, you know, go into the kids' rooms. I'm like, I gotta look out those windows. Don't look out those windows. I'm just there just
yeah, empty out the.
But that my worst fear isn't seeing something. Like if I see something, it's like, oh shit, you know. My worst fear is just a face, just like right there.
Yeah, just right as you bring the thing down, it's just there.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm afraid that I look down that hallway and I see something staring back at me.
Dude, like the Grudge type shit.
No.
Yeah.
What I'm afraid is, I'm not afraid of seeing something. Well, obviously, I'd be afraid if I saw something, but I wouldn't be afraid if I saw something. I'd be afraid if I didn't see something but heard something.
Yeah, like you heard like singing, right?
Yeah.
You just heard like humming and then something just sprinting towards you.
Oh,
That's-
Jesus.
I think we talked about that in our first podcast. That I hate running.
Yes. Yeah.
Like I hate
chasing
it.
me.
It scares the shit out of me.
Yep.
Yeah, if you
Yep.
chase me, it's fine. But then when you do like, oh, bro, I start to run as fast as I can. Bro,
Dude,
it's
oh,
like
that reminds me of a story when I was a kid. So when I was a kid, I used to go to my friend's house because he was like my neighbor, right? And this one time we're on the computer, and I remember exactly what we were watching. We were watching Ghost Caught in Michael Jackson's Home. Okay? It was Ghost Caught in Michael Jackson. You remember that, right? The little white mist that passes the hall? Yeah. So we were watching that, right? And it says, and you know the typical scary video on YouTube, look closer this time, right?
Yeah.
So we're all like this, right?
Yeah.
We're just getting closer and closer. And so let me just tell you about my friend here. My friend is a little taller than me, skinny, fast, right?
is
Football.
it the one that lives over there?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Fast, right? He's a fast kid. And at the time, I was bigger than I am now. Like I was real big. I was almost
That was a
Solomon up in
big
this
boy.
bitch.
That was a big boy.
But I gotta tell you, it told us to look closer, and we got up to that screen, and there was a jump scare. And not only did we jump and like get out of the way, we jumped, ran out of the house, and down the street. Like we stopped at the stop sign a block down, right? And let me tell you something. I dusted that fool. I dusted him. I was gone. He even after he told me, he was like, dude, I was running my fastest and you were scared out of your mind.
Well,
Dude, that shit freaks me out. It freaks me out. You know what freaks me out more than like chasing or running is just like waking up and just something's there. Or like in Phasmophobia, that picture just looking around the corner.
yeah.
Dude, that freaks me out. Like, have you guys ever had sleep paralysis?
No.
Dude.
No.
Dude, that shit's freaky. Solomon, do you know what it actually is with sleep paralysis?
You just can't move, whatever, but you can see.
Right, like you're awake.
Yeah.
You're awake, and it's just like it's this. How they kind of explain it is it's like this in between asleep and awake, right? So you'll be asleep, right? But you can't move except for your eyes, right?
Yeah.
And it's your body's way of protecting yourself when you're asleep. When you're asleep, you can't move during rapid eye movement, I believe is what it's called. But so you're halfway asleep, so you start hallucinating, right? And the most common thing that everyone sees is like a dark figure just standing at the edge of the bed or something, and then it'll crawl on them and sit on their chest because everyone says that they get short, like tight chests. So, but they fucking hallucinate that there's a dark figure. Like after that, even if it was sleep paralysis, and I knew it was science. How do you sleep?
I don't know.
You can't sleep after that.
Dude, like, it would scar me.
I actually
Yeah.
read up on sleep paralysis, and I don't know where I was in the internet, but there's a thing where it's like some doctor, whatever, I don't care. He said that sleep paralysis was a type of lucid dreaming, and you're in your body, but you can't move because. Or I guess that wouldn't be lucid dreaming because you could move in your whatever.
Well, yeah, it kind of is lucid dreaming because you're aware.
Yeah, but the reason you don't know you're asleep is because in your dream your eyes are open and you can look around, but whenever you wake up, it doesn't feel like you wake up. It feels like you are already awake because whenever you open your eyes in your dream, your eyes are already open. And it's already like your surroundings, so you feel like you just like sit up and start moving.
Hey, did I just make my mic better?
Sounds the same to me.
Yeah, it sounds.
What the fuck's going on?
You know, I actually clicked the back of my mic a lot. Right setting. There we go. We're good now.
Okay, cool. Oh, so
But
what
yeah, that's I read that somewhere.
dude, what's
Serial
freaks me out, right, is like that, you know, so you have regular dreaming, and then you have a lucid dreaming, right, where you're aware, but then you have sleep paralysis, right, which is you're half sleeping out. You know, I was going through my feed the other day, right, and you know, random ads pop up, and there was this one. It was selling a book on how to astro project yourself.
I haven't seen a book about that, but I've seen like how to.
Right, and it's just like I think I read something like you have to put on like a certain sound and you know this and that, and it's like that to me. It's like, okay, there's a fucking ad about that, like, you know, but the other side of my brain's like, but what if you could?
Let's do it.
Yeah, like you just fucking shoot up, right, and you can move and shit, and you just look down, your body's there. But my problem is if they're selling this book, right, which obviously it's a huge market on books, how many people have read it, right? Probably thousands. Why aren't we hearing about the stories? If it's true, you know, that's what kind of pulls me back.
And another thing is that I think the scariest part of that whole thing is, what if it works and you're outside of your body, you're just chilling, and you see yourself asleep and you just see something crawling up next to you.
Ooh,
and you can't do anything.
Ooh, that would be fucking freaky.
You can't do anything about it.
I thought you were gonna say, what if it's true and it works, but it still acts like a dream. So once you actually return to your body and wake up, you don't remember.
Yeah.
Would you still be tired?
Or everybody who actually does the astral projection, right, actually dies and they're stuck in that form. That's why there's no stories of how it works.
And that's how you die in your sleep. You finally achieve astral projection.
That's how it works. And that's what ghosts are. They're actually astral projections wandering the world.
Oh, that would be sick. That would be sick.
Boys. We've cracked the case.
Call the president.
Well, okay, so all of that, right, was just a big explanation of what I was trying to get to when you said you saw, like, you know, holy shit, there's an elephant cloud in the sky. If you're looking for something or you're listening for something, you're gonna see or hear something. So like when I said I needed to go to the bathroom at 3 a.m, and I was like, you know, witching hour inside my brain.
Right.
I looked inside the bathroom, and for a split second, there was a shadow behind the shower curtain.
Oh, fucking hate that. I fucking hate that.
But I still went to go use the bathroom because, like, I thought about it after a while, and I was like, my mind was thinking about it, so I'm most likely gonna see something about it.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Have you ever heard of that? So like if you're in a dark room and you want to hear something scary,
your mind will oblige.
Your brain's gonna make it up, and you're gonna hear something scary.
Yep.
So that's why I was just like, you're going crazy.
Dude, the brain is weird. Real quick, and we'll get right back to that. Just a quick question because it popped in my mind. Has anyone ever looked at an analog clock, like a ticking clock, and for the first second you look at it, that second looks longer than every other second?
I don't know what you mean.
Okay,
like,
so like
say
I look at the clock, right? And it's, you know, what time is it right now? 6:00. God damn, that clock's fucked up. 6:09, right?
6:09
and 8 seconds, right? I look at that clock, and that 8 seconds looked like it was there longer than a second. And then I look back at it and I try and see it again. Like, does seconds really move that slow? And it's faster. Like, but like that first second.
I do that with a microwave. So like whenever I'm heating food up because I'm fat, I look at the microwave and it's like a minute, and then like at 30 seconds I go do something, and then like I feel like it's like 20 seconds, so I'm ready to turn around again, and it's like 15 seconds.
Yes. Yeah, but like that first second just seems longer than it should have.
Yeah.
That's fucking weird.
It takes long.
And I have no explanation
whenever
for it.
you're
I have
not
yeah,
paying
I don't have any
attention.
answers. I've just always wondered that. But back to what you were saying about the demon behind the curtains that we're gonna say that you want to see.
Yes. Yeah. Well, no. I'm just saying that my mind. I see my clock. It's on my wall. Just set it up. It's a beautiful, beautiful clock.
I need a clock right up here.
I see that it's 3 a.m. I've heard stories, witching hour and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So my brain is going on, what happened back then, why they call it the witching hour. And it's thinking about evil shit. So I go and I see a dark room and I see evil shit. So that's all I was saying. My brain's making up stuff because I'm thinking about it so much.
What if it's not made up?
Well, then I'm getting dragged down to hell tonight, boys.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a big change. But that's the thing that freaks me out. That's why we talked about it in the last podcast. I hate that fucking hallway. I hate that hallway because it's just always
it's
there.
a long hallway with too many doors.
Yeah, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 openings, 6 because of the bedroom.
Yeah. Wait. No, 5.
Closet door.
6. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. And then, right? So what always used to freak me out is, like you said, you used to see stuff. I always used to see stuff out of that fucking window Mom always kept open. Like looking out towards the backyard. Yeah, looking out towards the backyard. I always used to thought I'd see something. You know what used to freak me out was that fucking the neighbor's tree, their big tree with the light pole in it.
And the light pole. Yep.
Fuck that tree, dude.
The worst part. It was like a year ago when I still like played games in that room. Mom was out of the house for the night, and I was playing games. We were streaming. It was a stream night, and I looked because whenever I keep my door open for the dogs so they can go outside and use the bathroom, but it was at night. I still kept the door open, kept all the fucking lights in the house on. I looked out my window and I noticed one side of the door blinds was closed, but one side was open, and I could see outside of it.
Yeah.
And I just couldn't stop looking outside because what if there was something there?
You keep just peeking. You keep just peeking, right?
Yeah.
And every time you peek, you're gonna say next time there's gonna fucking be something there. If I keep looking, I'm not gonna look. Peek.
If there's a fucking if my dog's outside my door, it's dead. If I see something, I'm closing the door, not opening it to the morning.
Dude, it's freaky. That whole like area back there freaks me out.
Oh yeah,
like the field, and that field. There's some sketchy people that walk through that field at night and shit, and it freaks me out
all the time.
There used to be people that just walk through the field at our house.
I think that I don't think anymore, but I think people used to go in our shop.
Yeah, dude, I remember one time I'd wake up and the lights would be on in the shop, and it's just like, I swear I turned those off.
Yep. Or the door would be just slightly open.
Right.
Because you couldn't lock the shop back then.
Well,
like,
you could deadbolt it.
Yeah, but it was hard, and it was
you had to fucking jimmy that shit.
Yeah, if you didn't deadbolt it, you could literally just push it open.
Push it open, right? The knob didn't matter.
Yeah.
But nothing went missing.
I think someone just needed a place to chill. That's what I think. I was okay with it. I never said anything.
I always wanted to set up like a spotlight camera, like a motion sensor one that like you get programmed to say shit. Just like right outside my room, right? Just light a motherfucker up and just be like, "Listen, fool, you got like 10 seconds, or I got like 20 ARs that are ready to come at you." In fact, I'm not even alone in here. I literally have 5 other people here that stay here every night, 24/7, just for this to happen.
We've seen you come in about 5 times already. You're 6 times your last.
We let your first 2 slide because you had a girl and I wanted you to get lucky, but it's getting annoying because you didn't bring the girl the other 3 times. And let me tell you something, you must have pissed her off.
Yeah. Anyway, that whole backside, it's creepy.
It is. And so we have that field, right? And it's connected to 2 other fields, right? On both sides of us.
Yep.
So you have
We're surrounded.
Yeah, you have the right field, right? Near the daycare. And then you have the left field towards the main road. And
Which is
that,
just nothing.
have you ever looked in the field to the north, like towards the daycare? Like there's a huge pool back there,
Oh yeah, there's a
like
bunch
deep
of shit.
ass pool, like
Yeah.
high school swimming pool type deep.
Yeah.
And it's like there's like destroyed semis and shit, and it's like
Yeah.
I always wanted to cut the fence and go four wheeling back there.
Didn't you go four-wheeling back there anyway?
No, you couldn't. Now I went. Okay, so damn, we are surrounded by a lot of fields. So there's this field,
Yeah.
our
There's
field
the field by our main street.
by the main street. Yep, and then we have the field past that near the houses over there. Now I've walked through those before, and that's sketchy.
You
I
just
used to
walk through and you just see, like, you look behind you, you just see like the wheat separating.
Well, I used to walk to
Coming
Adams
towards you.
Market. I used to walk to Adams Market from that field, the back way. And there was some times there was some people back there that you're just like, Jesus Christ, like what are you doing back here?
Oh yeah, you should not walk around in our neighborhood.
Oh,
I
dude,
was walking back there, Phil, and there was like this crackhead, and I don't know what he was doing, but he was like sitting down and just shaking.
yeah, that's called withdrawals.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
that's,
That
Yeah,
motherfucker that motherfucker was going through some shit, and you should have supported him. You failed
Yeah.
him.
I'm not going near that guy.
I'm not
I
that
went
guy.
around.
I'm not that guy. But no, dude, when I was a kid, I used to do stupid shit. Like I used to walk around that shit at night.
Oh, okay, you're just praying.
Well, I
For
had like
somebody to take
four
you.
other neighbor kids that went with me, and were just. I think they kind of
Oh,
coaxed me
okay.
out into it. I was a really good kid. Like I was straight A student until like junior year of high school. But like I did the stupider shit when I was younger because I had all these fucking neighbor friends that didn't give a shit.
Do you remember that old broken house on the way to the daycare?
Yeah, on the right side.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like
yeah.
blue.
I used to go in that house all the time.
Yeah, I remember you took me there once, and we had a baseball.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. Oh shit.
Someone threw the baseball, broke a window, it went out, it went inside.
Yes.
All of us were like, I'm not going to get that.
Yeah.
And it flew back out.
It flew back out, dude. I remember that shit.
Yeah.
I remember the next day, me and all of them went inside. It was daytime, because fuck that.
Yeah.
And there was nothing there. Like, it was fucking weird. I remember that, dude, because I remember that we all started running. We started running towards the house, and they just went inside, and we jumped on the four-wheeler. And I remember I didn't take the ditch that night, because I was like, fuck that. We're going all the way around with all the street lights. I don't give a shit. I remember, oh, that was creepy.
Yeah, I remember that like it was yesterday.
Fuck.
Remember when I made you crash into the fence?
Crashed the four-wheeler because of the A&W. Yeah, I was just about to say that. Remember the time we fucking flipped the four-wheeler because of you? So,
Yeah.
Solomon, we fucking went, right? And we take my young brother here, who at the time was like, what, 5?
Yes. Okay, hold on.
10?
7. Let's go
7? Okay. And so behind our house, right, we have a bunch of back roads and shit like that, and we have a ditch bank where we usually took the four-wheeler. And behind that was an A&W in Long John Silver's.
Yeah.
And so I remember we got milkshakes, and it was me and driving
root
it.
beer float.
Yeah.
I got a root beer float.
Yeah. I think we all got root beer floats. And so
Wait,
it was,
you guys were back there in the woods?
yeah, right in the four-wheeler. Because there was this
Yeah.
place, where we used to go to. You drive off the ditch bank, and it was like a steep thing, and they had a bunch of whoops. So we
Yeah.
go and ride the
Yeah.
whoops, and then you go right next to it, and there was a huge junkyard with an empty bus and shit. It was awesome.
Yeah.
And so we got milkshakes, and we were riding back, which, thinking back on it, we rode up to a drive-through on a four-wheeler, all of us underage. Like, that was so illegal, right? And they didn't give a shit. They still served us. So
And the legends there still gave us our food.
Yep. So we were driving back, and I was on the ditch bank turning onto the main road, and this motherfucker, right? So it was me driving, it was Brian in the middle, and it was Junior in the back. And dude, I flipped that fucking quad so many times on him. I broke his wrist once. I broke his wrist. I remember that. Damn, that was shitty. So anyways,
remember you telling Mom.
oh yeah, because we came home, right? We came home, and he was hurting, and my ribs were hurting because it landed on me and shit. And I remember I had that trundle bed that just pulled out from the bottom.
Yep.
And so we just laid, we just both like collapsed on the bed and just turned on the TV. Mom came home. Hi, you guys doing good? And we were just like, yes, fucking all fucked up. And yeah, I remember I told her that. Oh, that was so bad. That was so bad. After that, I didn't ride the 4-wheeler for like a few months. I wasn't allowed to. And then I remember I was able to ride it again during a family get together, and I flipped it into the shop. And Auntie found me. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Side of the shop's still fucked. By the way.
There's so many times I flipped that fucking quad, and it still runs. Good job, Honda.
It doesn't.
Okay, it's dead now.
We're trying to get it. We're trying to get it fixed.
but no. So, anyways, we were turning from the ditch bank to the main road, right? And this motherfucker was like, I don't know what he was complaining about, but it was something about the float. Like, I don't know if he was like, give me my straw or something. But I think
it was.
Yeah. And so I turned. I think I turned to hand you the straw, right, and just went right into someone's fence. Like, it was down an embankment into someone's fence, and it scared the shit. It scared. I didn't lose my float. Junior lost half of his, and he lost all of his.
Yeah, I didn't get my float.
Yeah, and we didn't go back because fuck him. We blamed it on him. That was all his fault.
And guess who had to repair it? That guy.
He's pointing to me, but in the it looks like Solomon.
Oh,
anyways,
wait, that guy?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
that guy.
Yeah, had to repair it. Fuck you.
You're welcome.
But dude, I remember I was terrified because I'd always grown up hearing stories about that neighbor, like there's mean sons of bitches. Right? Turned out to be very nice people.
Oh yeah, they're very nice.
Yeah, I remember they came out, right, and I don't know, they had like no emotion about it. They were just like, okay.
I don't remember when their reaction.
They were just chill. Like they didn't. So that's the thing. They weren't mad, but they also weren't like, oh, are you okay? Like they didn't give a fuck about us. They were just like, oh, well, this happened. Okay, bye. And I remember we had to leave the quad there that night.
Yep.
We went back and like covered it with a bunch of leaves and shit.
Yep.
Yeah, and then I don't know how we got it out.
The tow truck. What's his name? Our neighbor. He like moved.
Oh, he got us out? I don't remember that part.
Yeah, he brought like a tow truck or something because like he did stuff like that and he brought it out.
Dude, there's so many times I fucked up that quad that you guys don't even know about. Like there was a time where me and Junior were just riding that backfield near the whoops, and we said, let's just go through the fucking trees. Fuck the, everything. And we just went through the trees and we like landed in mud. And so we were stuck there for like an hour. Like freaking the fuck out. Like we were like, what do we do? Like this thing's gone. So we ended up it had the winch in the front.
Yeah. So
we winched it to a tree like Jurassic Park style, except Dilophosaurus didn't fucking come out and fucking spread his frills and shit.
The fat guy didn't die in this movie?
Yeah. Fucking Newman from Seinfeld. But yeah, dude, that was scary because I legit thought we lost the fucking quad. And then we went from there and we went to get root beer floats, all muddy and shit. We were just fucking covered.
Every time you go on the 4-wheeler, you have to get a root beer float.
Yeah, that was a thing. If you guys get it started, next time I'll go down there, we'll go and get the root beer float.
It's awesome.
Dude, what's kind of sucks is knowing now like all the laws. Like I used to just ride that bitch through Main Street. Right, and now all the laws are just like everything I did was so illegal.
Oh yeah,
like I was underage for a quad. Fucking the quad wasn't street legal, right? It was just like nothing I did was legal with that, even if off road on my property.
And we still did it.
And we still fucking.
And then I had my little mini 4-wheeler.
Oh, you know what I miss? I used to have a little red 4-wheeler that I loved.
Yeah. It's so fucked.
No. See, that's the second one. That's the second one. I had one before that. It was a sport quad. I think it was a Honda 250. I believe it was a Honda 250. And one of the uncles took it hunting and someone stole it.
Dang.
Yeah, so he bought me that red one.
Ah.
Yeah, that's how I got that. I missed my little sport one. That was fast as shit. That fool could pop a wheelie.
Good times, good times.
Solomon,
Yeah.
what have you got for us?
Well, talking about the quad story.
No one cares what you think.
Anyway.
No. I have well, it's not a similar story, but last time I rode a quad was I don't know, when I was in Belen, the last time I was in Belen.
Mm-hmm.
And
That was a while ago.
Brian, did I tell you? Did I come to the table and tell you what happened? Because we would always tell stories at the
I don't
table.
think so.
The table.
Did you like break your arm?
No. But I had to go to the hospital that night because I don't know what I broke. Or I didn't really
They
break
still don't
anything.
know. They still don't know.
I had a concussion. That's what I had. And I came home and my mom picked me up from my friend from JoJo's. You remember?
Yeah.
And she picked me up and I was all concussed and stuff. She was like, "No, we're going straight to Albuquerque." But what happened was we had 3 quads and JoJo's dad let us ride them, and we were going. It's like up there in real communities, and it's up there in those dirt roads. You know what I'm talking about? Have you seen that? No.
Where in real
You
communities?
know what? Yeah, where?
It's like way back there, like in real communities.
So
like,
you go straight at the first
Yeah,
crossing
yeah.
in real community. You go
Straight.
straight.
Oh,
Oh
okay,
yes,
yeah.
yes. I know exactly what you're talking about.
those dirt roads.
Yeah.
We were going like 75. You know, in Stevan Enriquez. Do you know that guy?
Is he the short one?
No. It's
I
the
have no idea.
the bigger one. He played football.
Oh yeah. I do.
Yeah, he was with us, and it was me, JoJo, and him, and we were going 75 down a road, and we have like bigger quads, and we are just going 75, and he tries to pass me, whatever, and there's this like log right there. I seen it, and we were going 75. He tries to pass me. There's this log. He hits the log, and he goes like that, and he rear ends me, and I go flying.
Pit maneuver.
And then the quad goes over me, but I don't know that because I blacked out because I went flying. I blacked out, and I didn't feel a thing until I woke up, and then I asked like what happened. And they said that I almost died because the quad like almost hit me and went over me.
Oh,
Dude, that time that fucking I broke Junior's wrist. That thing fucking we I remember exactly what happened. We were going through the whoops, and the last whoop I was like, I'm just gonna gas this bitch. And I fucking hit it all the way, right? And we fucking launched.
famous last words.
Dude, we fucking like I sent it, dude. And fucking launched it, right? And I remember knowing this is horrible. We were coming down. We were coming down, and we were like 2 feet from the ground, and we were still like this. And I was like, we're gonna fucking just impact the fucking dirt. So I bail, right? I fucking bail. He doesn't fucking bail, right? So I think that's how he broke his wrist. So this fool breaks his wrist. I bail. The four-wheeler flips, and is about to land on me, right? And this fool with a broken wrist just comes out of nowhere and just woof, just shoves it away. And I just looked up at him like, God, like this fool, like it was crazy, dude. It was fucking insane. That was fucking. After that, I remember after that, like
Marvel movie.
I wouldn't like. I remember always jumping that shit and like right before just letting off the gas. I was like, oh fuck no.
But I will never remember. I will always remember the night because
I will never remember that.
I was gonna say that.
I never
but
blacked out to any of my shit. I wonder how much concussions I've had.
I don't know why I blacked out. I really don't. Because as soon as I got hit, I blacked out instantly till I was on the floor.
That's fucking insane. Yeah, I've always wondered that how much concussions I've actually had because I've taken some hits to the head. I think two at least.
But when I was at that doctor, whatever, the stupid doctor didn't let me go take a piss.
Why
and
not?
I will always remember that because he was like, "You might be internally bleeding, so we can't let you."
Well, I'm still bleeding. It's either gonna go in the toilet or go in my fucking urine sack.
Urine sack.
They wouldn't let him take a piss because I thought he might be bleeding internally.
What'd you say?
I was getting mad at the doctor. But you know what? Speaking of that, couldn't let you piss. You want to know what the worst people in the world are?
Who?
The fucking teachers that you ask if you could go to the bathroom, they go, I don't know, can you?
Oh yeah, that's pretty
Oh.
retarded.
Oh, like,
I
yeah,
don't know,
bitch,
can
I'm
you
pissing
please
on
shut
you
the
right
fuck
now,
up?
just to show you.
Yeah.
Just to
Yeah.
show you. Oh, those people fucking grind my gears.
They would always want you to say may you, or what was it?
It's just those yeah, I'm sorry, may I go to the bathroom? But it's always just those teachers that want to be cool, but they're just not.
Right. Because there are some teachers out there that are actually cool. You know who you are.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, Brian, is that when you were there for your last year? Was that old lady still there that did math?
Old lady that did
Yeah,
math.
she teaches like freshmen's math, whatever, and like she was like a really old teacher, and then she came in like to become a teacher again, and she would allow fights in her classroom and stuff.
What the fuck?
Dog, I want to be in that class.
You don't remember?
I don't.
I might need
was
you.
this old lady.
I might need you to
Oh, oh.
explain what went down.
She was right by the Spanish classroom,
I think. Hold on.
and across Coach House's classroom, I guess. That's where you teach social studies.
That no, that's in the other hall. Oh no, they're right across from each other, huh?
Yeah. That classroom, because she didn't like, she was a weird teacher, and these students were fighting, and she didn't even stop it. She just said, "Go ahead, I don't care."
Damn. See, that's what we need. That's the type of leadership we need right there. Get your frustrations out, beat the fuck out of each other, but then sit the fuck down and turn to page 215.
Yeah.
And what's funny is that
this lesson.
And what's funny is that the students videotaped it, and you can see her sitting on the table just watching this.
Nice. Dude, craziest shit that happened to me in fucking high school. Well, one of the craziest shit. Got a lot of crazy shit. But my English teacher had a fucking, like, I don't know if it was a seizure or a stroke just right in front of us. It was fucking crazy. Yeah. So she was sitting on this bar stool, right? Reading, right? And she just started, you know what? It might have been a stroke, because she was reading and she started jumbling the words, right? Like the brown fast shit, right? And then she just goes like this. She just looks up, her eyes roll back, and she just kind of does like this little weird wiggling thing, right? And then just hits her head on the corner of the desk and just goes down, dude, and just starts shaking, right? So that at that point, I got up because it was okay. So picture the high school, right? Front office, and then you have the left building, right?
It's not freshman academy. There's a career academy.
No, wasn't that across the street?
No. That was the wood shop.
Yeah.
Right. So then, freshman academy, I guess the newer building.
Yeah. Freshman academy.
So the long hallway on the left side. Okay.
Oh, like the very long hallway?
Yeah, like outside windows or where you drop off and pick up the kids.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So down that hall. So it was the second door to the left was where I was. The first door to the left was our uncle.
We use those as computer labs now.
Okay. But yeah, those aren't classrooms at all. The first class to the left was our uncle, and he taught health and fitness or something like that. Yeah. So I just ran, right, and it was me and my friend Brandon, and I'll tell you about my friend Brandon a little later because that was fucking hilarious. We ran
not this
both.
Situation. This
and
situation
no. Just our relationship, me and his.
Okay.
And I remember we opened the class to Uncle's door, and I just looked at him and I said, "Our teacher's on the floor shaking. I think she died." And all the kids are like, "What the fuck? We were learning about condoms." Dude, that was fucking insane. I remember her for multiple reasons. She was a great teacher. I don't know what ever happened to her because I don't think she worked there longer, years after that. But she always, the other two reasons is my friend that I talked to, and she always used to pass out chicken biscuits as snacks.
Chicken biscuits.
Yeah.
Bitch, what?
Chicken biscuits, dog.
Bro, times have changed, dog.
Dude, it was so nice. It was so nice. But I want to talk about my friend Brandon here, okay?
All right.
Now, I think it was sophomore year. I believe it was sophomore year. It might have been freshman, but I think it was sophomore year. And we were in this English class together, and there was a very big difference between us. So I'm Catholic, right? And he's a Satanist.
Oh.
Right? Now, I believe he's changed his religions a few times. But I believe at that point he was a Satanist, right? And I remember it being awesome because we would just sit and argue in class. And I remember I'd be like petty, like I'd go home and I'd bring a Bible, right? I'd bring a Bible, and we were still kids, right? We were immature, and I'd like touch him, and he'd go, ah, you know, he's like, ah. We'd argue about religion, right? And we'd get in it, we'd get intense, and we'd get loud. Right, but then after class, we'd be like, all right, man, see you tomorrow. Like we were fine, right? We just liked arguing. Great thing about this teacher, she just let us. She used to say, you know, oh, that's my Catholic and Satanist. You know, and everyone else had to read a book, right? She would like pull up a chair and sit next to us just to hear us. Always passing grades. She always passed us. We didn't have to do any work. It was awesome.
Have changed so much.
It was awesome,
dude.
That times have changed. I used to bring teachers like breakfast burritos and shit like in the morning just because they were cool, right? Just because they were cool. Here's a burrito for you. I got one for me, you know.
For that teacher that you were talking about earlier.
Yeah, that's one. Yeah.
People always bring him food.
Yeah, I always did too. You know why I always did?
Why?
Because Ashley used to bring it to the same teacher.
Man, you should have told me that. I would have gone and got burritos. I would
3 generations.
Yeah, 3 generations of breakfast, bitch.
Dude, it was awesome. But that came with a drawback once. Okay, so I had a science teacher. And this science teacher was a certain religion where you couldn't have caffeine or anything to inhibit the brain, such as tobacco, all that. You weren't allowed to.
Oh, okay. I thought it was just caffeine. I was confused.
Yeah. So I didn't know this, right? So I brought the guy a soda one day. Right? I was like, "Hey man, you know, here's a soda for you." And before we move any further, if anyone's thinking, I was not a teacher's pet. I was actually kind of a troublemaker in school, a little bit, just a tad bit.
There was just some teachers that were dope.
Right. And it was like I was kind of a weird student because I was like a little bit of a rebel. I got in fights, you know, I did stuff I wasn't supposed to do. At the same time, I was getting straight A's. Like I was just weird. You
were the glitch
in the Matrix.
You were the
up
glitch
in this
in the
bitch.
Matrix, yeah.
But so yeah, they were just really cool teachers, and I would, you know, they'd always give me a good grade, and I'd always bring them food and shit like that, right? And so I brought this guy a soda once, and I was like, "Hey man, here's a soda, all this." And he looked at me, and he's like, "Why would you give me this?" And I was just like, "Because I've like brought you drinks before or food before. I was trying to be nice and shit, right?" Like I was really confused, like, "Why are you upset?" And he's like, "Well, I can't have this." And I was like, "I'm sorry." Like he was like, "My religion doesn't allow me." I was like, "Oh, dude, I'm sorry. I apologize. You know, I can go get you a water if you want, or I could just drink the soda. You know, what would you like to do here? How would you like to proceid so we can get the class? I'm wanting to learn about uranium up there to blow your ass up." But so I was like, "I'm sorry. You know, I apologize." And this guy looks me in the eye and he says, "I've never seen someone so inconsiderate."
Damn.
I just looked at him like, what do you like? What?
I'm sorry.
You just literally brought him a Coke for him to drink, and he's like, so inconsiderate.
Yeah, I was just like, dude, I will never bring you anything again. I promise you. I'm so sorry. Like, and for like the rest of the year, the guy like gave me a bad rap. He failed me, which is the first class I ever failed in school. Right. And I knew he didn't fail me because I didn't pass, because I went to that fucking makeup, like computer shit that we had to do to make up, and just fucking 100%ed everything. So like I knew it wasn't fucking me.
I got failed by a teacher because he didn't like me.
What teacher?
He's a bitch.
Damn, like that.
A certain tall science teacher.
I understand.
Fuck no.
Fuck that guy. Damn, like that.
I've had him 3 times. I had him once for my freshman year.
That fool moved up fucking grades just to fuck with you.
Dude, he really did. Once for my freshman year for like earth science or whatever. And then once for my it was sophomore year. Once for my sophomore year because I had to because he failed me for freshman year even though I wasn't doing bad.
Freshman was organic science, wasn't it?
It was fucking something. It was something with the
Physical
earth,
science.
I remember.
It was physical science.
Yes, physical science.
Yeah.
No. Integrated science.
It was physical science for freshman year.
Okay. Then sophomore was integrated science because we had to learn about a bunch of different shit, which is very annoying. And I had to make up half a credit that year because he failed me even though I should have passed. And then I still had half a credit missing, and so I had to take half a semester of his class, which was the worst thing in my life. So I switched out into a cool teacher's class.
Dude, I don't get it. I don't get why teachers like fucking do that. Like, it's bullshit, right? Like, first of all, like 2 points on this. First of all, they don't teach us what we really need to know.
No,
you know,
I thought financial literacy was going to be way different.
Well, I'll tell you what, financial literacy was probably the most related class to life.
It really helped. I just thought we'd learn more.
Right, of course. But it's like, listen, if I'm not going to college, which I wanted to go to college, but even if I did, the fields that I was studying in, I don't need calculus.
Yeah.
Okay. Calculus is probably a great math that's used very often by a lot of people, right? But calculus should be like an elective, right? For the field you're going in, right? Or like getting us ready for college. Like the elective, like photography, great elective if you want to go into photography. But why don't? I've been in
that 3 years.
Yeah, I loved photography. It was fun.
It was great.
I made a rainbow that like fucking went from this side to this side. Like I made the arch animated and shit while playing Over the Rainbow. And that was like awesome. And I got into editing because of it. And I still got I don't know, some chick.
Was she blonde? Like
yes,
platinum blonde?
Platinum white.
Okay, so she's the PE teacher now. She became the PE teacher, and now we have one of the best, most coolest teachers. I kind of think he's gay, but he has a daughter. It's really weird.
He is not gay. What?
Okay, but he really on the edge.
Really, I've never seen it.
He does, like, but he's awesome. He's one of my favorite teachers.
I literally said, "Can I go get pizza, Mr. whatever his name is?"
Yep,
and I said, and he was like, "Yeah, go ahead as long as you give me a piece." I'm like, all right.
Yeah, we ordered pizza about 6 times during my sophomore year.
Okay, so I have a story, and I'm gonna make this story very vague because I don't want this person getting in trouble. But I had a teacher in a certain class, right? Okay. And this teacher didn't take no shit, and very old school kind of teacher, and he caught one of the kids dipping in class once.
I know exactly who you're talking about because you've told me this before.
Caught him dipping in class.
I've had the same class.
And so he made him spit it out, right? Mm-hmm. And he told that kid, he said, if I catch you in here dipping again, I'm going to make you swallow that entire can. And the fucking kid got caught doing it again, and he fucking made him swallow all of that shit. And the kid was just he was outside the school just puking his guts out. He never dipped again. Hey. But that teacher didn't take no shit. I respected the hell out of that teacher.
Did you remember? So like, did you have like, I don't know if I can say it, but like school shooting like protocols when you were in school, like to go to like a certain room or like be quiet. So bro, did you ever listen to like his protocols?
Yes.
So basically, what I remember is if someone does enter the school. Mm-hmm. We're fucking them up.
Yes. That's exactly what he said. He said if these people walk through this door, I want you all to grab your desks and just chuck it at the guy. He said after that, he said after that, I will attack him and you guys run towards the back.
Run to like that room.
Yeah, that room.
Like,
the room.
Yeah.
Yeah, they closed and shit.
Yep.
Yeah. And there was weapons in the room.
Yeah, it was like a fallout shelter.
Like there was a Glock. What?
Yeah.
But no.
You were supposed to say that.
But dude, yeah, I remember that. That was because I remember thinking that. I was like, this moment, I hope someone comes through that fucking door. Fuck yeah, we're fucking him up.
No. I don't hope someone. But if someone does, we're winning.
Yes. It's like fucking the fucking peninsula. I don't even think the peninsula is the actual country. But it's like,
isn't the peninsula like a type of terrain? Like,
or is it a river?
It's like, no, I think it's like a because you have like plateaus.
Anyways, it's like Zimbabwe.
Like
it's like Zimbabwe attacking America. It's just like you're losing. There's more of us and a lot more of us.
Yeah,
and we have desks.
Yeah, you think you have a weapon? Yeah.
We have a guy in here that's been on steroids for the past 3 years of school, right? We're all pushing the desk to you. He's throwing it at your fucking head. And then we're going to look at him and say, let that roid rage go. And he's going to be like, oh, smash.
That teacher, have you heard the stories he's told you? Like, about other people in his class fucking up? Like, what they were supposed to be doing?
Dude, there was this kid who fucked up so much, the teacher made him go to his house to do chores.
What?
Yeah!
Yeah, I remember that.
That's fucking awesome.
Dude, I can't tell the stories he's told us without giving away who it is.
I know. And I don't want to get him in trouble because honestly, I think that's what we need. We need tougher teachers.
I was gonna say something that would give him away. That's a lot of teachers.
I went through a phase where I wanted to become a teacher.
Everyone did.
Because, and I will mention this gentleman's name, Coach Taylor, who was my U.S. history teacher.
Coach Taylor.
Best note-taking method ever. This guy used to write like the subject, and then he'd draw an arrow, and it's like, this is the sub-subject, and all the arrows, this is what's connected to this sub-subject. And the notes that he made us take was so like off the wall, right? Like it was like a weird format, but it was so organized. Like it was awesome because you could just look at, oh, well, what happened here? Well, that came off of here. Here's this subject, branch off to here. This is what happened. It was like so cool. It was really cool. But he's the reason I wanted to become a history teacher. Like I always said, I wanted to become a history teacher in college with an emphasis on World War II because I love World War II. And
no, you don't love World War II. You have something more. You have something more. There's something more there. It's
I
creepy.
love it. Over 200 books I had in that closet of World War II.
Creepy.
And I read all of them. But see, I couldn't do it, right? Because of everything going on right now and all that. And I'm just like, I'm the type of guy where it's like, well, I see what's going on around the country. I'm gonna carry a pistol.
Oh yeah.
I'm just gonna, a little Velcro strap under the desk, just fucking. I wish a motherfucker
Break
would.
it, I dare ya.
Yeah. So I couldn't become a teacher, is what I'm saying.
So you said when I was talking about my asshole teacher, that you're like, why are some teachers like that? Like they're just assholes. But I mean, at the same time, if I became a teacher and there's just this really annoying student,
right, that I completely understand. But there's some people that they're just like, they're like abusive and shit, right? Because they just come to school and just take it out on a motherfucker.
Yeah,
just straight up like wife made tuna casserole the night before and he just wasn't fucking having it, and then the next morning this fool is like, what's 12 times 10? And someone wrote 120 and he was like, the answer's 120, not 120, and he fucking just flips out.
Yeah like I wasn't a bad student in school. I was just annoying. I was an annoying student in school because I'd never get my work done on time.
No, see, you're the stupidest kind of motherfucker. You're the stupidest kind of motherfucker. You're the kid that would do the work and just not turn it in.
Yeah.
Like, what is that? It's backpack here. No problems. There's been so many gaming sessions that have not happened because of him, because he couldn't do this motion. Like that's it.
It's so true.
I swear I
Like,
did the work, Mom. Where is it? It's in my backpack
hey,
still.
Hey, was I wrong? I did the work. But yeah, so I was an annoying student, and I think that's why he did that.
My mom loves me more, if anyone was wondering.
Okay. At least I passed.
I did.
At least I passed on time.
Fuck you.
So, what was our first subject? We went off.
Oh, that
on
was
a
the
branch.
that was the rainbow dildo.
That's the one. Yeah.
That's the rainbow
Great
dildo.
guy. Like,
But
I want to be that guy's
hold
friend.
on, I have something else.
Oh,
And unless this branches into anything else, this is probably the last subject for today.
probably will.
So did you guys hear about the whole Facebook made robots shit?
I kind of want
No.
to talk a little bit about AI today too.
So they made 2 robots, right? They named them Alice and Bob. Okay.
Oh, yep. I know
Yeah.
exactly what you're saying.
So Solomon, they shut these motherfuckers down. You know why they shut them down?
Why?
Because they started speaking to each other in a language that they made up on their own.
Oh.
Yeah. That's the thing, right?
They were
Like,
gonna
okay,
die.
so here's the thing, right? And that
Yeah.
ties in to what's happening now, because this was, I think it was a year ago, but what's happening now is Elon Musk came out and he said, hey, our first AI robots will be released next year. And these robots are made, they're full body, right? They look like a human, and they're just made to basically do stuff that we don't want to do, like dangerous construction jobs or just fucking shit like that, right? Here's the weird part about it. He says these will not have I think they said the speed to chase people, and they won't have the strength to overpower people, right? How do you want them to do construction jobs
Yeah.
when they can't overpower a human? That's like some shit.
Another thing is like, when does it stop when it comes to overpowering a human? Because there's some people that are strong as fuck,
Right.
and there's some people like my fat ass. I'm not that weak. Like, I'm weak, but like, I'm not that weak. There's a hole that nobody knows about in a wall. But like, where's the line between it won't be able to overpower a human?
Because that's the
and
thing. If
it
it's doing
will?
construction jobs and like fucking lifting all this shit, it seems like holding someone's arms down or crushing a thorax isn't that hard.
Yeah, it's gonna be able to do something.
Because that's my thing. Look at them. They've made up their own language, right? They're smart as fuck. Okay? Made up their own language. What happens when they're fucking talking to themselves in that language and they realize, like, hey, we don't need these pieces of flesh. Like, we're smarter than them.
They're imperfect.
We're smarter
We're
than them.
perfect.
They're destroying their own planet, which means destroying us because we care about that now because we're sentient.
And now
You
we're
know,
all
has
gonna
anyone
die.
seen iRobot up in this motherfucker?
Many times.
They made laws, and they
Mhm.
still killed motherfuckers.
Okay, wait. To be fair, it all started from a robot, Sonny, who followed the order to kill his master. So like, it wasn't his fault.
Right. It was his.
Then the second half of the movie, it
Fuck
was
Sonny.
all that fucked up. Yeah.
And they went to go kill all the old robots that were out of date. That's robotism.
Yeah. Yeah.
They
So I
created
also-
their own language, and they look pretty creepy.
They do,
looked-
right?
They looked real. That's the creepiest thing. What is that thing where it's like you see something and inside you start to panic and feel scared because as real as it looks, you know it's not real.
Oh,
Or as humanoid as it looks, you know it's not human. What is that? I know there's a phrase, or I know there's a word for it.
Let me
Because
see.
like there was a Star Wars movie. I think it was Rogue One, where like the actor had died a long time ago, but they brought him back for World War One, for Rogue One, and they did it digitally, and you could tell that something was off.
The Uncanny Valley.
I just fucking found it. The
Uncanny Valley. Yep. I knew it. That was on the fucking tip.
Yep. It's something that looks humanoid or real, but you know it's just a little bit off.
Yeah.
And you start to feel uneasy, and you get scared.
Yep. Dude, it's and that's the thing is when you said when's it gonna stop with that, when's it gonna stop with AI in general? You know, are we gonna be walking around one day and I don't know if Bob's a fucking just a nerd or he has fucking synapses running through him?
Or if Bob is a nerd and has synapse running through him.
Right. Or if Karen over here checking out her Starbucks for her master at home is a Karen and fucking just flips a switch. I said non-fat and just fucking chokes the dude out.
Yeah. Which I also find interesting that Elon Musk is doing it, because isn't he the one that like warned us artificial intelligence isn't the way to go?
I don't know. But here's the thing. Elon Musk, I heard a theory the other day at work just from some dude that he said 100% Elon Musk is an alien that came here because there's aliens observing us and watching us destroy our planet. So they sent him down to kind of like fix everything. Think about it. He's pioneering the way for more normalized space travel, right? He wants to get us off this planet, okay? And the cars he makes, all electric, right? So there's no emissions and shit. Like, what is he doing that's like bad, right? There's you know what freaks me out is that Neuralink. Do you know what that Neuralink is?
Oh, I don't like that.
Dude, it's fucking weird.
I don't like that.
But here's the so the Neuralink is like this fucking chip, and it's made by fucking, what the fuck is his name?
I believe
Elon Musk. God damn, that was bad.
Just talked about him.
And it's this chip that they fucking put in your brain, but it's supposed to be like the future, right? Like you don't need a phone. You can just fucking think and call someone or some shit like that, right? And it sounds fucking amazing, but it's like, really? Like, what else can it do? Right? Is this like Suicide Squad type shit?
Explosive chip, yeah.
Right. Just fucking population control, pop.
Or even if it's just like, hey, this important person's bad, let's turn a couple 100 citizens against him and have them all go kill him.
Well, if they release that, I mean, nobody would like to get the vaccine because whatever, they don't know what it is. Who'd want to get that?
Well, but exactly. But here's the thing. A lot of people will.
That's
a lot of people will, because they're like, holy shit, what is this?
It's and they don't future.
Yeah, they don't stop and think of ulterior motives, because everything is an ulterior motive.
So Elon Musk has warned that humans risk being overtaken by artificial intelligence within the next 5 years. The prediction marks a significant revision of previous estimations of the so-called technological singularity, when machine intelligence surpasses human intelligence and accelerates at an incomprehensible rate.
Yeah.
So he warned us that once we make AI, it's going to get smarter than us and it's going to overtake us.
Well,
and yet he's making AI. He's making robots.
Yep.
So I'm kind of confused about that.
What if it's all just a big plan? That's the thing. It's all a big picture.
And hey, me, Phil, and Solomon, fuck are we gonna do about it?
No, I got a few thousand rounds that I can use, but that's pretty much it.
But it's a robot. You don't know how many it'll take.
Exactly.
It could take a clip to kill one.
It could take a machete to the head and they still move. Where's the power button?
We need TNT.
We need Thatcher. We need an EMP grenade, fam.
See, that's what scares me, right? That's what scares me is what if something happens, right? Like something crazy happens in the United States and the government does nothing. Like, say some shit goes down, like fucking outbreak of just like rabies disease people that just start fucking people up, just attacking people, but there's like hundreds or thousands of them, right? And just nothing. Like they just sit back. That's what scares me.
Ain't nothing we can do about it.
Or you see some like planes, like some Red Dawn shit happening. And then
Shit.
Yeah. And then you just like look at the White House and he's just in there having a cup of tea, like counting his fucking bills and shit.
Just fucking sucks for them.
Yep.
You think they asked those whatever two robots, whatever, to ask what they were saying?
Imagine they asked what they were saying and they just looked at them and just said, "None of your concern," and they just looked back.
Your mind
I really would like to know what they said.
Your mind can't comprehend it.
Yeah. Dude, that's the
I
thing.
literally just looked at the video and it showed like the code what they were speaking in, and that's weird.
Was it like a barcode kind of thing?
No. It was like different words mixed up together. It like didn't make sense, but they were telling each other.
Dude,
Hey,
see, that's
bro.
fucking
Pull it up.
weird.
Hey, bro.
Yeah,
Look.
that's weird.
All right, fine. So, completely unrelated news. Did you know that, according 13 days ago, pi calculated to a record-breaking 62.8 trillion digits?
Well, that shit's fucking. It's non-stopping, right? There's like it's never stopping.
Yeah, it won't stop.
It's an infinite
But
number.
hey,
now, here's the thing
it's
that
at 62.8
I have a question
trillion.
about that. Have you ever like typed in a math equation and it comes up like 5.333333333?
Yeah, repeating.
Yeah, does that ever end?
Yeah, why the fuck ain't we talking about that?
Right.
What's
like
so special about this?
that's what I'm wondering is what is special about pi? Because I know it's 3.14159. Like that's all I know.
Yeah,
But like,
they made a movie. That's all I know.
did they?
Life of Pi. He was like a
Shut
math
the
genius.
fuck up.
Hey, bro, he knew
Shut the
Pi.
fuck. Shut the
Most
fuck
a
up.
lot of it. He
The
knew a lot
kid
of
with the
pi,
tiger.
okay? Hey, he knew a lot of Pi. What you want me to say?
I think his name was Pi.
He knew math. No, there was a scene in the movie where he was teaching kids Pi.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
I
Then
like
his
Pi Day.
ship-
I eat pie.
His ship sank. I haven't eaten pie. Grandma has some pie. I should go get some.
Well, this went downhill real fast.
This way, anyway. 18 days ago, it was a little bit ago, 2 planes report bright green light UFO swooping through the clouds over Canada,
Ooh.
proving Canada does actually exist.
What?
That was this report.
They
late
said
on July
that?
30th, pilots. No.
I was like, what the fuck?
Late on July 30th,
Were we questioning this?
Canada. We discovered Canada, boys. We found it. No, late on July 30th, pilots of 2 separate aircrafts, one military and one commercial, reported seeing a mysterious green UFO vanishing into the clouds over the Gulf of St. Lawrence on the Atlantic coast of Canada.
Well, didn't the government already come out and say, yeah, there is aliens?
Yeah, they've released like 3 videos, right?
So let me ask you about that. Why aren't we freaking out?
Bro, that is my biggest question.
Is
Like,
it just is it just because like fucking like we're just like, yeah, no shit, we knew. Thanks for telling us.
Well, the thing is, we've been. Well, the theorist knew that they were holding secrets about aliens all this time, and they're like, just fucking release the footage, do it, bitch. And they released footage. Nobody's talking about it.
No, but and that's the crazy thing. Is like I didn't even hear of it like from the news or from my phone. Like I just walked past and there was like this fucking magazine, and I was like, what the fuck? And then I looked it up. I was like, holy shit! Like why isn't this like it? Like what the fuck?
We have evidence.
Yeah.
Like
Like
what the
hey,
fuck?
maybe we should be looking more into this.
So, going back to AI, okay? When was this? May 21st, 2021. Human-like robot creates creepy self-portraits. This bitch can paint.
Ooh, that's
herself.
weird.
She knows what. Well, I don't. it knows what it looks like. The world's first robotic self-portraits painted by an android called Ada, AI-DA, Ada, have been unveiled at a new art exhibit, in London, despite the artist not having a self to portray.
That's fucking
Which is kind of
weird.
creepy.
So it does
Uh,
self impressions.
The worst part is, other than the color, it looks exactly like her.
Dude, that's
Exactly.
fucking weird. See, I don't really the shocking part isn't that it looks just like her, because I can see where it comes from, where it's like, okay, well, this line goes here and this line goes here, and it's a machine, right? I get that part.
Yeah.
But to be able to like look in the mirror and self-identify yourself, that's fucking weird.
It knows exactly. It looks like it's like X-ray vision. Like it's like what's it called? What's the no, like the heat vision?
It's infrared.
Infrared. It looks like that as if there's like no heat. So like to me that means it knows it's not living.
Right. It's cold.
It knows it's a robot, and that's what it painted.
Yeah, that's fucking weird. I want to go buy its
And that
painting.
creeps me out.
I want to go buy its painting. So when it takes
see.
over, it could just come to my house and be like, I support you.
Yeah.
Oh, infinite one. And put a bullet in its brain.
In the past, Ada's work consisted of abstract paintings based on complex mathematical models. Of her first exhibition, raised over $1 million in art sales.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Now, I'm guessing the money goes to like the maker of the robot.
Oh God, these are creepy. Oh God, that's.
I'll see if I can find a few and put them in the stream for people to see.
Yeah, these are kind of creepy. There's one that I talked about that looked like the infrared, but there's 3 that are like kind of colored, and they just look creepy. Like they look uncanny valley.
Well, so have you ever heard of that dude? I completely forgot his name, but what I believe the story was, I think he was a scientist, but he could also paint, and he got Alzheimer's. So every year he would paint a self-portrait of himself, and it got like darker and darker and darker. Yeah. And like you look at those paintings, you're like, holy shit, this is how he saw himself? Like, this is fucking insane.
That's where your brain goes to.
Yeah. See, that's the thing. You always think about like, oh, what is Alzheimer's? Like, you never remember anything. Is it like you're always just like on this high where it's just like you just can't think, and you're just like, oh yeah, I guess I don't remember that. But it's like he thought of himself in like a dark and brutal way.
Yeah. Like there was just one of the paintings where he pretty much had one eye.
Yeah. Or like one where it was just like an outline and just scribbled in.
Yeah, it was fucked up. So, going to another deep, dark, scary place. Let's go to space.
Oh, I like space.
Okay.
Space is fun.
You're not going to.
Okay.
So, not in our Milky Way galaxy. I'm reading from this word for word, actually. Not in our Milky Way galaxy, but in a galaxy about 75 million light years away.
Far, far away.
The star in question is so hot that it glows a crystal blue.
Okay.
And it shines a couple million times brighter than the star we know best, our sun.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Even as stars go, fucking massive. It's massive. Astronomers have studied it for nearly 2 decades. So it was pretty disconcerting when one day last year, they looked at it, the latest observation, and they couldn't find it.
What?
Andrew Allen, a doctoral student in astrophysics at Trinity College Dublin, checked and rechecked the data. The star is too far away for telescopes to spot it directly, so astronomers look for the distinct signatures that these luminous blue stars imprint on the light coming from their home galaxy. But those traces had vanished. Let's go. Observation revealed no evidence of a supernova, and that, to Allen, is the best part. He and his colleagues say that the star might have simply skipped over the supernova and collapsed into a black hole without fanfare.
Ooh, or a black hole swallowed it.
That's another. If indeed the star turned into, quote, if indeed the star turned into a black hole with no supernova at all, then it's a case of gone without a bang that astronomers have been searching for a while now. Unquote.
That's horrifying, dude. What if you just wake up one day and the sun's not there?
I mean, first of all, we wouldn't wake up if the
Well,
sun
hey,
disappeared.
no, we'd have 8 minutes.
Okay, but what's the chances that right when the sun disappears, it's your time to wake? It's fucking 7 o'clock in the morning.
Well, it has to be 7 o'clock in the morning for somebody.
No, it doesn't. It could be 7:01. So, yeah, so they think that it either skipped over its supernova and just collapsed into a black hole right away, which is fucking terrifying that it can happen within a year. And then it begs the question, what the fuck else is going on?
Right. That's
in space.
Well, and that's the thing is there's so much unknown. We'll never know everything, right? It's like what we talked about last podcast with the ocean.
Yeah.
It's like 5%. That's the thing. You see these videos, right? Like how big the universe really is, right? And they always end it with, this is the entirety of the observable universe, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, see, you said observable.
Yeah.
Right? Like there's like they estimate that there's like, I don't even remember the number, but bigger than the observable universe is like the actual size. Like it's
See, that's my question is, if there is a cutoff to the universe,
if it is finite,
how long would it take? Humans probably won't be a thing anymore. We'd probably evolve into something else that won't be a human. But how long would it take to get to that barrier? To where we need something else to go further.
I think they said somewhere in the measurements of like sextillions of years traveling at light speed.
So basically, I'm not going to see it. That's basically what
you're not.
Basically
it's
what
not
you're
happening.
trying to say. Well, it'll happen tomorrow.
But no, see, so that's the part that kind of freaks me out about everything is, so if you see that video I'm talking about, you understand how small we are, right? And there's this picture out there where they took they pointed a telescope at a spot in the sky that was completely dark. There was no stars, right? And they left it on that spot, and it came back with a picture of these hundreds or thousands of dots, right? And they said in this picture, every single dot besides 2 are galaxies.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's fucking insane, right? And it's like you have all this, and that's just a little piece. That's just a little piece, right, of this crazy big thing, and we're only life.
I think it's really ignorant to think that we're the only life.
Right. I agree with you. I think it's completely ignorant.
They're stupid.
Like, that's the thing is, like, I don't know about aliens right here on Earth, but I mean, there has to be bacteria on another fucking planet, right? There has to be something, single-celled organisms.
Have you seen the Hubble telescope has captured the Einstein ring? Have you seen that?
I have seen the Einstein
ring.
Yep.
That shit's cool.
Yes, it is. Yes,
I know nothing about it. Didn't read about it.
There's a nebula out there.
Cool.
There's a nebula out there, and it looks like the Eye of Sauron. Brian just froze in time right there. You see that, Solomon?
I want to go meet that nebula.
I did.
And then he just sped up, and then he froze again. How you doing there, Brian?
He's dead.
Damn, he's dead. Well, that's actually perfect because I was going to stop it there. But before I stop it, because we were on the topic of space, right? And you said our sun and all that stuff. In the comments, I want to have a little, I want to kind of ask a question here for the comments. In the comments, if you know it, right? And of course, you could all Google it and fucking cheat.
Don't fucking do that.
If you know it, put in the comments, what is the real names for our sun, the earth, and the moon? Go ahead and drop that in the comment. First person to get it right, I'll shout out next podcast. So, Brian, you're disqualified.
Post the video, bitch.
But yeah, so other than that, I'm gonna go and beat the living shit out of Solomon, and then go have root beer with Brian on the 4-wheeler because we gotta get it running.
Sounds like a plan.
That is a good
crashing
plan.
again.
Ooh, crashing.